Yeah, hi, this is Mike. Want to introduce today what have developed, which I am calling the MoneyPutter system. And the reason I'm putting this together, I want to put this together both for myself and for virtually anybody that plays a game of golf, whether regardless of what level you're at, is I want to create something that really makes putting more simple. We want to simplify the whole action of putting. What I wanted to do is take something and create something that has more of a natural type of emotion, and put it together with a more properly designed tool so that it truly gives people the ability to enjoy the game better, create much less variables in their swing, and creating a much greater consistency. So I looked at it and said, you know, number one, we want to be able to create a more natural motion. If you look at all of the golfers on the PGA Tour, whenever they're looking at a shot, they're always looking at the shot in front of them, and so they've got their eyes moving forward toward the target. Their body is moving toward the target. Everything is going toward the target. So when we're looking at creating a more natural putting motion, again, we want our eyes, our body, our feet, everything going toward the hole. When they line up putts, they're looking at it. But then what do? We're naturally taught to then take the club after we're doing this and move and start facing this way, even though the hole is that way. Didn't make a lot of sense to me. So, you know, if I gave somebody a golf ball and said, go ahead and I'll give you $10,000 if you can roll it into the hole from 20 feet, their more natural motion is going to be something like this, right? Not something like this. It'll be this type of a motion. Same thing throwing a pitch in softball or horseshoes. Even, you know, just virtually anything. Even when we're walking facing forward. So we want to create a more natural system with their natural motion with this MoneyPutter system. The trail arm and the trail hand, again, this is natural. This is somewhat natural as well, but this creates it even better. With the lead arm, what we want to do is we want to create that pendulum. I understand and I know that when we're taught putting, what we want to do is create a pendulum. The problem being, is the pendulum fixed from here or is it fixed from here? I don't know. But when we're looking at a more natural motion, a more natural pendulum would be something here, right from the shoulder. So that's the motion we want to be able to try and create. We want a putting motion that's going to be much more natural, okay? The second thing is that we want to be able to reduce the variables. And the biggest variable that most of us see when we're putting is the wrists. We've got a putter that's typically 32 to 35 inches long. We're holding it, again, how we've always been taught. And we want to be able to create that pendulum motion. But we still, just inherently, there is an awful lot of play involved because we have a vehicle that's only this long. We have our arms, both arms coming up. Everything is there, okay? So I designed the MoneyPutter to reduce these variables. So you can see it's got one long shaft. And it's a straight shaft, not a double curve or anything else. It's a straight shaft that goes from the back of the putter head at an angle so that when we line up in our natural position, have our lead arm, and that's our axis, or that's the fixed spot for our pendulum. It goes from our shoulder all the way down to the ground. Truly almost eliminates the variable in the wrist. You've got your trail hand. Again, the natural motion here. Now we've got the longer putter grip, with the flat side of the putter grip intentionally put so you can pretty much lock it into your forearm. And again, you got to make sure that according to the new rules, you got to make sure that it's below the elbow bend, which is fine. But now this longer grip gives it something to anchor to, gives us the ability to have much more flexibility with where we do put our arm, depending on your height and you know, whether you're stand more forward or a little more over. And then the same thing with your trail hand. It's a very natural motion. Again, I like to be a little bit more over the putt because, again, I want to have that freedom of flexibility for my trail hand. And you're creating, what we're doing is we're eliminating, or not necessarily eliminating, but certainly reducing a lot of the variables in the wrists that we typically see in our putting stroke. The putter head itself, we're going to have a few designs. Again, this is just the first design that I've got for it. Ideally, down the road, I want to be able to create and design my own heads and produce our own MoneyPutter heads. But for now, again, we want to have something that's going to be a mallet design. I wanted it deep because we want to have it inserted in the back with the forward shaft lean and the body lean, so that, again, when you put it right in front of you, it all lines up. So it's going to be able to create consistency and eliminate those variables. With it's going to be a weighted head, so it's not going to be light. It's going to be a heavier head. And again, with the forward shaft lean and the body lean, and having the putter inserted at the back, what it also enables us to do is typically, again, I was as poor with this as many people are, decelerating through the ball at the time of impact, which is not a good thing to do from the putting side. So rather than having the ball and everything lined up right in front, when you have the shaft inserted at the back, now by the time the shaft gets to where the ball is already gone. We're like 2.5 inches, the ball is already gone. So you have the ability, and the design of this is such that we want to, again, take advantage of having a better body position, a more natural stroke, and the ability to have a better designed vehicle or tool to accompany this, so that it creates a much more efficient and consistent golf stroke and putting stroke. So it ultimately ends up helping us enjoy this game that we all love so much better. We'll have a lot more to come. This is, again, just the introduction of this very first MoneyPutter, and we'll keep you all posted as things go. Thank you.